Hello there. Just out here with Kynan and Kelsey. We're in Main Range National Park today. We're going to do an overnight hike, check out Mount Superbus, the steamers, and end up camping at Davies Range Bush Camp. Never been here before, so we're not really sure what to expect. So it should be a bit of an adventure. Righto, ready to go? See if we get lost.
Sounds good.
Just drink all your water at the start, you reckon? So we just got really lucky. We just came across that bridge, and it was only when we got to the other side that we realised Kynan's fat ass nearly killed us all. We're barely 500 metres in and Kelsey's already going for the stacks. So we're well and truly in the climb now. It's definitely steep enough for me. I think we've got around about 1.5 km of this to go before we reach the actual ridgeline, where it should get a lot easier. There you go, Con. Film me not doing that. quirks of this trail is that it's absolutely covered in gympie trees, which, if I can get through the sun, look like this. They're a big broadleaf tree, and the whole thing, I don't know if I can show you, is covered in tiny stinging hairs that have a really potent neurotoxin. So these things grow quite big, but as you can see, they're just all over the place here. In fact, I'm standing right underneath one. So these things, they've given themselves the nickname the suicide tree. And you don't know how true these stories are, but there are stories of people having killed themselves to avoid dealing with the pain of being stung. So we're all going to do our best to avoid that today. Righto, so we've been going about an hour and a half now, and if our map reading skills are up to par, we think we've probably got sort of around 300-400 meters till we hit the ridge line. This is definitely the steep bit. The last probably half a K have been 1 in 3, 1 in 2 hills, and pretty much it shouldn't let up until we reach the peak at this point. Right, well that took about 2 hours to get from the car park up to the top of the ridge line. So we've just had a quick breather, and now we've left the packs at the top of the ridge, and we're heading to check out the top of Mount Superbus just quickly. We're not sure, we've heard that there may not be any views up here, but we figure what we're here, we may as well take the chance to go and check it out. Here we are at the top of Mount Superbus. What did you just say, Kynan?
It's very underwhelming.
The view is non-existent, but still glad to have said we've done it.
Yeah, ticks one off.
Yep.
Now it's back to the bags for a cuppa. Hope the possums haven't got into our stuff.
This is what you carry our water in and care pack these cooker at the top of his bag.
Yeah. What about it, Kynan?
Oh, is that nut right here?
Cheers.
A bit of a stir.
Cheers.
Salty.
Salty.
So hopefully that was the worst bit.
I do hope so. The worst part will be going back down it tomorrow.
Yeah, we're just going to pretend that's not going to happen until we get there.
Yeah, that is going to be not fun at all.
We need to take a bet at the top. How many times everyone's going over and who's going over the most.
Kelsey.
I'm the lightest pack, don't forget.
Does it only count as once if I just slip and slide my whole way down?
If you can slip and slide the whole way, I think you win. Right, that's Smoko over. Leaving Mount Superbus now, and next stop is Mount Roberts.
Here we are at the summit.
200 metres, 200 metres. Then it should sort of kink a little bit to the left and even out a bit for the next kilometre or so. Then after that kilometre is where it should get a little bit hairy again.
And we go left.
So we've made it to Lizard Point campsite, which is quite lovely. I think all of us kind of wish this is where we were camping for the night,
Definitely.
because we've still got some mission to go. It's taken us about 6 hours to get here. That was with burning a fair bit of time messing around at Mount Superbus. But yeah, it's definitely been a lot slower going than we'd hoped. We've been held up by trees and rocks and crappy ground. Yeah, we did that too. But yeah, so we're gonna give ourselves another hour, because our plan had been to stop at the steamers and have something to eat there. So we're gonna give it another hour, sort of reassess where we are and go from there.
Reckon anyone's ever climbed out on it?
Probably not.
Well, we finally made it to a view. It's all been overgrown and rainforest the whole way, but finally we've had a tiny little lookout. It's not much. I mean, we're straight back on the path. There's the edge. But yeah, we finally got to see something. Well, we've gone about 5 minutes further than the last lookout, and we found a better one. So we figured this is where we'll stop and we'll have a bite to eat. We're not sure, we're gonna have to assess when we get a bit closer, but over here is where our campsite is meant to be, and the ridge lines between here and there don't look particularly safe. So we're going to go on a little bit further and make an assessment, and then work out where we're going to have to end up going to spend the night. Right, so we've had our lunch and we've decided to push on a bit. We're kind of skeptical that we're going to get to Davies Ridge at this point. There's a little bit too much terrain in between us now, but we're going to push on and just basically see if in the saddle of the steamers or somewhere there's a spot we can make camp for the night. Right, so we've made it to Mount Steamer and still bugger all places to set up camp. So we're definitely looking at Davies Ridge from here, and that's a no-go for today. Thank you very much. So we're gonna head a little bit further on. It looks like the ridge might widen out enough in this saddle down here that we'll be able to set up a campsite there. But for the minute, this is absolutely stunning. Oh.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's get set. Plenty of places to poo with a view here, Kia.
Yep, absolutely. Oh. All right, this wasn't where we planned to end up, but it's going to have to do. It's a nice little spot, fairly open, should be room enough to set up. And yeah, we'll have to visit Davies Ridge another time. Okay, camp set up just with the last of the light. Probably a good thing we didn't try to go to Davies Ridge because we wouldn't have had a bloody hope. We would have been walking in the dark and in this terrain. That's not a good thing. So yeah, now it's going to be chill out for a minute, have a feed, talk some crap, and then go to bed.
We've got a Taj Mahal set up.
Yeah, look at this nonsense. Meanwhile, here I am with the good old tarp and bivvy. Nice simple setup. It's comfy. It'll do me for the night.
Alright, time to eat.
dinner tonight we got spicy Mexican beans with instant rice. Exciting things. I've never tried these before because normally I'd take dehydrated meals with me, but this time, because I knew there was not going to be any water up here, I wanted to bring something that was already hydrated. So we'll give this a go and see what it tastes like. That's really not too bad. We'll see tomorrow morning whether spicy was a good idea on a hiking trip, but taste-wise, I'm very happy with that. Righto, so that's dinner done. Just hanging out now. It's basically windy, cold. The other two have been up since 3 in the morning, so they've already gone to bed. And quite frankly, laying here in my sleeping bag's about the most comfortable spot right now. So yeah, it's only about 7 o'clock, but I think we're all pretty shattered. We did, well, took us pretty much 10 hours. So that's with dicking about on Mount Superbus. We probably lost an hour and a half there. But yeah, pretty well walking fairly solid for about 10 hours. We had a couple of breaks, but yeah, we're pretty shattered. So I think gonna chill out now for a bit and then crash.